So I know it's been a little while since I put out a YouTube video or updated, and I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about what's been going on in my life. Most of you know that I graduated with my accounting degree in December, and since December I've been pretty actively looking for a position, mostly within my current company, to utilize my degree so that I wasn't sitting on it at my desk, you know, not making any money for it or for not doing what I love. I mean, I went to school, I spent the money, I went through all those classes because it's something that I wanted to do, and I still want to do that, but there's only been a couple of opportunities for me at my current company to do something with my accounting degree. One position that I put in for was an audit position, which audit is the most interesting, I think, of all of the factors of accounting, and it's the area that I'm most interested in being in. So the audit position came up and I put in for it. This was back in December. A month after I put in my application, I got a phone call for an interview. So I did the interview, and then 3 weeks went by and I hadn't heard anything else. And then I got a second interview. Our second interviews are called Talents and Traits, and it's a little bit different than just a regular interview. It has these special questions where there's no really right or wrong answer. It just kind of, you just answer it. I mean, you don't know if you do well or bad, or you just never really know. You just do it. So I did that a couple of weeks ago, last week and a half ago, I don't remember. Either way, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and this has been a 2-month-long process. And unfortunately, today I found out that they did not pick me, that they picked someone else that was more qualified for the position. And I totally understand that. If I was manager and I was picking someone, I would want it to be someone that was most qualified, that had experience, you know. With all that being said, I'm still human, and I'm a girl, and I have anxiety, and so I'm a little upset. I mean, it's normal for us to get pretty vested in things that we feel strongly about, and when they don't go our way, it's okay for us to be upset about it. Now, I'm not a person that voices my emotions very well, so this is not an easy thing for me. I have always had a hard time telling people how I feel, or just voicing emotions in general. I'm the hard ass of, you know, the group, of my family. I just don't feel like I should burden people with my emotions or how I feel. So I've always just kept them closed in and never really just come right out and say, hey, I'm hurting, or hey, my feelings are hurt, or hey, I took this personally, or I'm just super, super bummed. And the only way I know how to explain how I feel right now is that I feel kind of defeated, and I'm bummed, and I don't know, I guess the interview process was long. I mean, it took 2 months for me to find out, hey, you didn't get it. So I've been emotionally vested in this super long process, you know, hopeful that the outcome would be in my favor. And I know that, you know, out of this, I can take the fact that I've been through the interview process. It's fresh. I'm familiar with answering the questions, so if anything, it helped me get ready for more interviews. Not that I want to do lots of interviews, because I mean, who wants to go through that process all the time? But still, I'm trying to see the positive, but at the same time, I'm feeling kind of emotional, so I feel like I'm taking everything a little personally. So I'm not really talking about it a lot. I mean, I told the people that knew that I interviewed that, hey, I didn't get the job. You know, there was someone that was more qualified, you know, who did better in the interview, and they picked that person. But I'm telling you all of this because my emotional state has been out of whack. I had a pretty rough month of February as far as my eating and exercising. I just couldn't really get with it, get focused, really put my all into it. And that's on me. But it's like I got that first interview at a point where I had kind of given up on the job completely. So I had let myself down and then got excited for an interview. And then 3 weeks went by and I thought, surely they've done second interviews by now. This is it. This roller coaster's over. And then I get a phone call about a second interview. So then I'm excited again. So then I'm feeling, pumped up and positive, and like this is in grasping distance. Like I'm super close. And then I just didn't get it. And it's easy for me to feel like it was my fault, that I did something wrong. It's hard for me to see the fact that someone was just more qualified and better suited for the position. And I know, everybody says, this is God has a plan, and this is just, He's closing one door and He's opening another door. You just haven't reached it yet, and you just don't really know, what's going to happen in the future. But being me and my emotional state and just who I am, I have a really hard time seeing that side of this. It's more I'm crushed, I'm defeated, I'm immediately not good enough, it makes me feel like I'm not going to ever get anywhere. And, this isn't a pity party on me. I just know that there are people that suffer from the same kind of emotional state that I do. And I want those people to know that they're not alone, that it's okay to struggle. And I'm talking about all of this because as soon as I found out that I was not chosen, my very first thought was, what can I eat that's going to make me feel better right now? Emotional eating disorder is so real, and there's so many people that don't understand it because they've never experienced it. But my immediate reaction was, I need French fries, I need shrimp nachos, I need a big tub of ice cream and chocolate syrup right now, and everything's gonna be better. But the truth is that stuff doesn't make any of this better. If I go home tonight and I eat ice cream and shrimp nachos and French fries and all the things that I think are gonna make me feel better, I'm gonna regret every single ounce that I put into my mouth when I wake up in the morning. I'm going to feel worse. It's going to feel terrible. I'm going to gain weight. And I'm going to regret it. But as soon as anything emotional happens, my immediate instinct is bad food. Let me eat the bad food. It's going to make it all better. And it's not. And the truth is that this is a disorder. I'm not the only person that does this. There are so many people that suffer from emotional eating. And it doesn't have to be this way. But I know that even if I was 80 pounds smaller like I want to be, I would still react the same. I can't change my brain from being the way that it's always been immediately. And I know that I'm probably still going to always have those urges to eat bad things. It's how I handle those urges that's going to change. It's my strength that's going to change that. It's me going home tonight, eating something healthy, not French fries, not chocolate, not ice cream. It's me making the good choices, knowing that those choices are going to make me feel better tomorrow. It's not this instant gratification thing. I don't have a lot of patience. Patience is something that I struggle with, and I'm working on it. So I just want you guys to know that emotional eating is serious, and it's important for us to try to figure out a way to get a handle on it and control it for ourselves. Someone could tell me, you don't really need to eat that, or that's not going to make you feel better, and I'll still eat it. It's got to come from me, from here. it's just hard. And I guess it took a long time for me to come to terms with the fact that that was a real thing, that it was a real disorder to feel like food fixes everything, and it just doesn't. It really doesn't. And I know that this is something that I'm going to get past, and you know, there's going to be other job opportunities out there, and I'm going to go after them. I'm going to put in for them. You know, I worked too hard to get that degree to not use it, and I deserve it. I've worked really hard, and I'm going to get there.